I have this glazed terracotta pot that I got for free from a nursery because it was broken. All of the pieces are here, just with some minor chips missing. So I'll show you guys how to repair it using Milliput. All the materials I need are Milliput, something to cut it with, some water, paper towels, and something to go over the table. I start by washing and drying it. And then I noticed there was a hairline crack, and so I just decided to pull it apart so that I could repair that part more fully. Milliput is a 2-part putty epoxy. Inside each box, there's these 2 different tubes, and I'll go ahead and cut off equal parts from each one and mix them together until they're a homogeneous color. My box is teal, but I also had the option of white, terracotta, and black, and some other ones. It looks about the same as it does dry, so this is the color that it will look like on the finished product. I like to start by rolling a thin little snake and then pressing it into the edges of the base of the pot where my first piece will reattach. I was informed that I could use water to smooth out my edges and make the Milliput more malleable. This is my first time using water with Milliput, and I think it went pretty well. Here I include a clip of me putting on the wrong piece. One, I just thought it was kind of funny. That it took me this long to notice it was the wrong one. And 2, it just illustrates that this is a very easy and forgiving medium. If you make a mistake, you could just take it right off and put on the correct piece with no problem. And I had to put on the other piece just to triple check. Okay, back to where we were. I am just pressing the Milliput deep into the cracks and trying to kind of smear it around the surface of the pot to get as much surface area and grip as possible. I am adding on little bits of wet Milliput, just again to kind of smooth it through those cracks. Here I go with another snake and more water, and again filling those cracks, pressing it in. This part's not necessary, but I do like to take my blade and kind of slice away the extras. In my mind, this helps make it more flush and pretty. Okay, here I go reattaching the second piece. I'm doing the same as I did for the first one, rolling out my snakes, pressing it along the edges, and then smoothing it out with the water. I'm using a decent amount of pressure to stick in my last piece just to make sure everything is seated correctly. There was a little chip here, and I'm just filling it in with Milliput for aesthetic reasons. I made a mess with my fingerprints. Luckily, it just wipes right off with some water. I also did some final smoothing out of my lines with some water. Here is the finished product after drying overnight. You can see the inside is a bit messy, but I don't mind since it's just going to be full of dirt. I think I did a pretty good job on the outside. There's some messy spots, but again, I don't really mind. Just because of the nature of filling in cracks where previously there was no material there, there's a bit of a ridge where the pieces of the pot don't exactly match up, but I don't think it ruins the functionality of the pot at all. And now an item that was destined for landfill has a second life.